Hello, Paul Ellis from the RIC Group. I'm going to give you a webinar on our warehouse management solution for MYOB EXO, and this webinar is going to concentrate on wave picking. So the RIC Group was established in 2001, and we have a number of customers all over the world, and our customers are in the distribution and manufacturing industries, in particular the discrete manufacturing. We've been a sponsor for the MYOB Enterprise Roadshow, and we work with the MYOB Enterprise partners in Australia and New Zealand. Our warehouse management solution is new technology. It's agnostic and will run on all environments. It audits in real time. We use Power BI with our OpenSQL database for business intelligence. Works with MYOB EXO using a web service. It uses the REST API for MYOB Advanced. And it runs on all devices such as Android rugged PDA devices, tablet devices, and also PC devices. The RIC Group software is Australian made and Australian owned. Contact us at sales@thericgroup.com if you've got any questions. Also visit our website and our YouTube channel for further information. So let me get into it. What I want to do is show you that you could create two sales orders. It could be from the same customer, it could be from different customers, but it's got the same products in it. And what I want to do is create one pick. So I want to ensure that the picker is in the most efficient route around the warehouse or shortest route to ensure that they pick efficiently. So what I've done is for all parts industries, customer or all parts automotive, I've created where there's a product here, alarm 01, and the quantity is 2. Now I'm going to create another sales order with that particular product, but for another customer. So I'll choose Aussie Spares, and for this sales order I'm going to choose alarm 01 and also alarm 05. I'm going to select and close. And so alarm 05 is in large pick as well. And please note that alarm 01 is also in large pick. So we have zones for this database. So once I've created the sales order, I can simply save and exit. Now going to our warehouse management solution, I'm introducing the Pick Pack Manager, which gives a complete workflow of the open orders waiting to be released for a picking document. Then we've got the release documents, which have created a pick ID. We can see the current picks that are in progress, and we can also see the completed picks that have gone back to the ERP, in this case MYOB EXO. So in the Open tab, I could select customers if I wanted to, and just select certain customers. I can choose a date, and then from there I've got zones as well, and I can choose documents such as sales orders or direct transfers, which is stock transfer requests from DAs. So in this particular case, I'm going to look for sales orders, and now I'm going to release a wave. So I know that there's two products that are the same on this sales order, but what I want to do is select both these sales orders so I can see document number 42 and 43 and say release by document. So it's going to then create one pick ID, and the user will then pick these products with one pick. If I click on the release tab, notice that this is a workflow, so I can see that these two sales orders are here, 42 and 43. Note that they're different customers, but I can automatically see the pick ID is the same. Now I'll go into the picking tab. Now the picking tab is where the warehouse users would be. I'd have an operations person using the Pick Pack Manager releasing the picks, and then of course I'd have multiple pickers picking the pick IDs, picking the products, and bringing it back into MYOB EXO when they've completed. So I know it was 5957, which is the last one on the list here. Note that 5822 is a direct transfer or a DA transfer. Now if I click into 5957, here we have the 3 products, and alarm 01, alarm 01, note the document number that these are for. So I can see as a picker that it is 2 sales orders, and now we have a wave. We've got multiple sales orders, could have the same product, could have different products in the multiple sales orders, but released as one wave. So the warehouse user or the picker is going around the shortest route around the warehouse once to pick multiple orders. Right, let's jump into it, and we'll do the normal picking process. I could scan in the main picking screen. I can go into the manual entry screen like this. I could also scan here as well. So note that I could barcode scan. I can select the quantities, pick the quantities, and once I have picked them, I can see that the release quantity and pick quantity are the same. I can go back to the pick order list. Now, instead of red for the pick quantity, it is now green because I've completely picked or fully picked this wave. And you can see below here in the audit, which has got date timestamps for every single action I have done, I have got the relevant date timestamps for each one I have picked. So let's go back to the pick order list. Note the legend. So anything that is white has not got an item picked. Anything that is yellow or orange is partially picked, and anything that is green is ready to be completed and sent back to the accounting system. So I can see that the wave or the pick ID 5957 is now green and ready to be sent back to MYOB EXO. Once I click on complete, I can say OK. So please remember, I could be using a tablet device with a Bluetooth scanner. I could be using a rugged Android, a rugged Windows device. It does not matter which device I'm using to pick in the warehouse, because the environment is browser based. So I could also be on a completely another network here. As you can see, I am in another network, and it's a URL back to the warehouse management solution that's real time and live. So let's go back to MYOB EXO. I can now see that the phase for these 2 orders is now pick confirmed, as we know that I can fully pick these 2 orders. If I go into the 4.2 order, and if I was to press supply, we can see now the supply now, invoice now, pick now quantities have all been incremented, and the user can now do their normal process and invoice as per normal. If I just jump into the other sales order, which was 4.3, bring that up and press supply, we can see pick now, supply now, invoice now quantities have all been incremented as per the user picked. So we've got a warehouse management solution here for MYOB EXO, which allows users to release picks. So it's an operations person releasing the picks, and then you can release the wave. You could release one sales order at a time to create a pick ID. Here are some other sales orders that simply have got one sales order, one pick ID. But now with the pick pack manager, this is a wave as well. With the pick pack manager, I can release waves, and I can release certainly just like this, where it's got one sales order is one pick. So just by the way, if I want to go and have a look at an audit, like a live audit, I could be anywhere in the world, and I could go and have a look at what I call the picking audit. If I go into the picking audit, I can see that the last 3 items have been picked on a pick ID 5957. I could even just put it in here into the search box, find that, and you can see immediately I can see what's happened on that pick ID, also when the items, date timestamps were picked. So if I wanted to use some business intelligence reporting, such as using Power BI, and be able to use the data from our RIC Group database, you can do that. So you can use the data from this data, from what we're capturing in the warehouse management solution, to go and do some reporting on such as KPIs, such as how many picks per day by user, how many lines every hour are being picked, and by which users. So it's all real time and live. So again, I just want to take you through that workflow. I use the pick pack manager. I can look for sales orders on a given date range. I can find them. I can release them, as I say, one by one. So I can just release that. I can also release by line if I want to. So note here that I could just go and release these 2 lines. So we've got the ability to release lines as well as the documents such as sales orders or DA transfers. I can then release that as a wave if I wanted to. And then we have what we call our release section, which is where the pickers are operating from. So by driving into the picking screen, such as here, this is the picking screen that the pickers will operate off, and they can select the relevant pick IDs and pick the products. And we can see the pick and process ones. We can then see completed picks that are being sent back to the accounting system or ERP, and then we can see the completed as well. So we can see that 57 pick ID for 4243 document number has been sent back to MYOB EXO. Thank you for listening. Appreciate your time, and feel free to send us an email at sales@thericgroup if you'd like any further information. Thank you.